Hello and welcome, this is Jit Dolakia and you are watching It's Tomorrow News. Italy's Stromboli volcano erupts again with high intensity. Italy's Stromboli volcano off the coast of Sicily erupted again on Wednesday. The second time a plume of smoke was unleashed in the air in less than 2 months. An explosion of high intensity was recorded early Wednesday by the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology, according to the officials. Wednesday's eruption was stronger than the one in July that killed a hiker and sent tourists jumping into the sea for safety. Molten material from the volcano from that eruption ignited a series of fires. There was no immediate word of any injuries or major damage, but local authorities are asking those on the island to be vigilant and remain in the safe places to avoid coming into contact with volcanic ash. Italy has 3 main active volcanoes: Etna on Sicily, Vesuvius near Naples, and Stromboli, which shares the name of the small Sicilian island. Stromboli is one of the most active volcanoes on the planet and has almost been erupting continuously since 1932. Details are yet unclear, but from the image we received from the Stromboli, it was another massive explosion from the summit vents producing an ash plume that rose probably a few kilometers, ejected bombs to upper slopes of the volcano and caused a pyroclastic flow that traveled down to Sicily on the sea. It is not clear whether any appreciable precipitors could be detected. Activity had been very high during the past week and the summit area was already closed, which hopefully prevented any injuries or worse. In the eastern shore area of the island, centimeter-sized lapilli are falling. This time the eastern and northeastern flanks of the mountain above the village of Stromboli have been hit more by bombs than during the 3rd July. It shows that there were actually 2 flows next to each other, eventually merging towards the shore. Most likely, at least some, if not all of the material forming cyclonic flow originated from collapsed portion of the crater terrace, where lots of new materials had been deposited during the intense activity of the past week. Frightened tourists watched the eruption as lava cascaded down the sides of the volcano, one of the most active in the world. The eruption was preceded by a deafening boom, witnesses said. Known as a paroxysmal eruption, it sent to a tall column of smoke and ash which could be seen from many miles away. Waterbombing aircraft were deployed to the island, scooping up sea water to put out small wildfires on the flanks of the mountain. There were no reports of injuries so far. Video footage showed one boat with Italians on board filling the island in panic as gigantic clouds of black ash rolled across the sea. The another boat, a British family, watched in awe as the eruption took place. Some tourists watched the eruption from the safety of the nearby island of Panaria. The volcano last erupted on July 3 when a 35-year-old Italian hiker was killed by falling debris. He was with a companion who survived. Stromboli is a part of Aeolian archipelago of island which attracts sailors and celebrities during the summer months. Volcanologists believe Stromboli has been in nearby continuous eruption for at least 2000 years and the eruption on Wednesday is not considered unusual. Workers raced to free millions of salmon trapped after a huge landslide. Helicopter, heavy machinery and nearby 200 workers are frantically working to free millions of salmon trapped by a landslide in Western Canada. Government crews in the area have worked relentlessly along the banks of the Fraser River to clear debris after a rock slide discovered in a late June created an impeccable 5-meter high waterfall. Each year, several species of Pacific salmon, sockeye, chinook, pink and coho, travel up British Columbia's Fraser River to reproduce. But the newly formed barrier has blocked the fish from accessing critical watershed for egg laying. Weeks of excavation has shown success. Already 12,000 salmon have passed through carefully constructed channels. And 44,000 salmon, as many as 3,000 per day, have been transported by helicopter. Nothing is off the table unless it is determined as not being feasible. We are looking at any all options, Michael Crow of the Department of Fisheries and Oceans told reporters on Wednesday. The team hopes to continue moving fish by truck after the road was rebuilt as well as developing a fish ladder. Emergency crew has learned heavily on local indigenous communities and their knowledge of salmon spawning to help gather tens of thousands of fish. First Nations technical knowledge in fish captures, from beach seeing cruise to a second fish will underpins the operation, said the government in a media release. Muddy, fast-moving water has made it difficult for officials to estimate the number of salmon trapped below the landslide. In previous years, said crew, millions of salmon would be passing through this section of the Fraser River. A number of fish have been outfitted with radio tracking collars in order to give a clear picture on how many have successfully moved upstream. The landslide and a frantic effort to clear it highlights the barriers, natural and human-made, that salmon face each year. In much of western North America, hydroelectric dams have blocked critically spawning rotors. In recent years, the plight of displaced salmon has prompted increasingly dramatic attempts to move the fish, including the salmon cannon, footage of which recently went viral. The efforts in British Columbia to free the trapped salmon comes amid a difficult time for the fish. Recent data suggests shock-eye salmon have plummeted 75% over the last century in Canada. Last week, the Department of Fisheries and Ocean confirmed the dire state of shock-eye when it warned only 6 lakhs were expected to spawn this year, as opposed to the normal return of 5 million. Chinook salmon, which are also stranded in the river, are also endangered. The cost of the response to date has been about $6 million, according to the command. 6.3 magnitude earthquake strikes off Oregon coast. A strong earthquake struck off the coast of Oregon in US today, according to the US Geological Survey. The 6.3 magnitude earthquake occurred at 8:07 a.m. local time, about 176 miles west-northwest of Bandon, Oregon, the USGS reported. So far, there have been no reports of injuries and damages, and no tsunami warning was issued. Hundreds of people along the Oregon coast reported feeling the trembler, according to the data collected by the USGS. The offshore area where today's quake occurred routinely hosts moderate-sized earthquakes, the USGS said. In the past century, there have been 21 other earthquakes of magnitude 6 or larger than have occurred in an area near where today's quake hit, the largest, which was a 6.9 magnitude earthquake in 1991. According to the USGS website, there were more than 350 reports of people feeling shaking from the coast, inland and Yukon, even all the way inland to Bend. Plus, there are reports of shaking as far north to Seattle. The reason too many people felt the shaking is because this was a shallow earthquake, only 3.3 miles deep, according to the officials. The earthquake shook 178 miles off the coast of Coos Bay, USGS reported. There is no threat of a tsunami from this earthquake, the USGS said. Extremely dangerous Hurricane Dorian heads for Bahamas, Florida. Florida's governor on Thursday extended a state of emergency to the entire state before the arrival of Hurricane Dorian, which is forecast to strengthen into a highly dangerous Category 4 storm during the weekend before hitting the Atlantic coast. Authorities cancelled some commercial flights, planned precaution at rocket launch sites along the Space Coast, and prepared to give out sand to residents to sandbags in advance of the storm arrival. Spurred on by warm late summer's waters, Dorian is predicted to pack winds reaching 130 miles per hour in 72 hours, the Miami-based National Hurricane Center said on Thursday. The center describes Category 4 storm as capable of causing catastrophic damage, including severe damage to well-built homes. It said in such storms, most trees will be snapped or uprooted and power poles down. Dorian is likely to make landfall on Florida's eastern coast on Monday before lingering over central Florida on Tuesday, but tropical storm force winds and Dorian could begin in parts of Florida as early as Saturday evening, the Hurricane Center said. The storm could affect big population center as well as major Florida tourist destination. All residents, especially those along the east coast, need to be prepared for possible impact. The governor had declared a state of emergency for 26 countries on the east coast but extended it on Thursday to the whole of Florida. Currently, a Category 1 hurricane, Dorian, was headed towards the Bahamas on Thursday after sideswiping Caribbean island without doing major damage. Dorian is expected to strengthen and slam the Bahamas and the southeastern United States with rain, strong winds and life-threatening surf over the next few days. Cyclonic circulation and westerly winds to bring heavy rain and thunderstorm over Gujarat and Rajasthan. The monsoon through is passing across Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and East Central Bay of Bengal. The monsoon will be active with a low pressure area and some cyclonic circulations over northern, central and eastern India. The cyclonic circulation is present over northeast Arabian Sea west of Gujarat. The circulation along the westerly humid winds from the Arabian Sea will bring heavy rain and thunderstorm over Gujarat and Rajasthan on Friday and Sunday. Heavy to very heavy rain and thunderstorm are likely over Andaman and Nicobar Island. Heavy rain and thunderstorm are expected over Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, East Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Gujarat and Kerala. Widespread rain and thunderstorm have been forecast over Sikkim, coastal Maharashtra, Goa and coastal Karnataka. Fairly widespread rain and thunderstorm are likely over Jharkhand. Scattered rain and thunderstorm are possible over Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Delhi, Punjab, interior Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and interior Karnataka. Isolated rain and thunderstorm are expected over Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, West Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu. Tropical storm Podul has been located at 17.4 north and 104.8 east over the Laos. It will trek westward and cross over the Indochina Peninsula this weekend, where it will weaken into cyclonic storm or depression. The depression will bring humid air to northeastern India on Monday and lead to instability over northeastern India and northeast Bay of Bengal. The cyclonic circulation and related low pressure area over Odisha will produce heavy rain and thunderstorm over eastern and central India for the next several days. The circulation and the LPA will persist over eastern and central India through the weekend. A cyclonic circulation is forecast to form or develop over northwest Bengal on Monday morning. The cyclonic circulation will bring heavy rain and thunderstorm over eastern and central India next week. Western, southern and eastern India will be warmer than average until Sunday and more towards the average from Sunday. Northeastern India will be warmer than normal for the next 5 days. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News, Jit Dolakia. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe.